My hands were shaking as I held the food. It was the last meal I could afford. Then a broken man in a wheelchair grabbed my sleeve and whispered, "Please, I haven't eaten since yesterday." I didn't know that giving him that one meal would destroy my old life and reveal that the beggar was actually a billionaire. My name is Lena Carter. I'm from Detroit, United States, and today I'm sharing a real-life story that taught me that kindness can open doors money never can. Sit back, relax, because this story will change the way you look at strangers forever. The evening sky was dim over downtown Detroit. Cars rushed past, horns echoed, street vendors shouted prices into the air. Among all that noise was me, a 26-year-old woman trying to survive one day at a time. That evening, I stood at a small roadside food stand, staring at my last few dollars. I hadn't eaten all day. Tomorrow was payday, my first salary from the small clothing store where I worked as a cashier. But tonight, I was hungry. I bought a small box of rice and chicken, the cheapest meal available, and started walking home. That's when I saw him. An elderly man sat near the sidewalk in a worn-out wheelchair. His clothes were torn. His hands trembled. His eyes looked tired, forgotten. "Please, young lady," he called softly. "Can you help me with something to eat?" I froze. That food in my hands was all I had. My stomach growled painfully, but my heart felt heavier. You see, I grew up in foster care. I was abandoned as a baby and raised without parents. I knew what it felt like to be ignored, unseen, unwanted. I tried to walk away, but I couldn't. I turned back. "Sir," I said gently, "this is the only food I have, and I haven't eaten all day either." He slowly shook his head. "Then please keep it. I don't want you to suffer." I swallowed hard, then placed the food on his lap. "Please eat," I said. "I'll be okay." His eyes filled with tears. "Thank you," he whispered. "My name is Mr. Harris." I nodded and walked away, hungry, weak, but strangely peaceful. I didn't know that moment would change my life forever. The next morning, hunger followed me to work, but my thoughts were still with the man in the wheelchair. That evening, after receiving my salary, I went back to the same spot. He wasn't there. I worried, but went home. The next day, I saw him again. I ran across the street. "Good morning," I smiled. He smiled back. From that day on, I brought him food every morning before work. Sometimes he was sick, sometimes weak, sometimes silent. I bought medicine. I sat beside him. I listened. He became the father I never had, but my kindness came at a price. I started arriving late to work. My boss warned me, then punished me, then deducted my salary. One morning, she said coldly, "If this happens again, you're fired." That night, I cried beside Mr. Harris. He held my hand and said quietly, "You won't suffer forever. Kind hearts never stay broken." One morning, he was gone. In his place stood a black luxury car. A man in a suit walked toward me. "Miss Carter?" he asked. "Yes, my employer would like to see you." Confused, scared, I followed him. Inside the car sat Mr. Harris, clean, strong, confident. "No wheelchair." He smiled. "I'm not a beggar," he said. "I'm the CEO of a private investment firm." I froze. "I lost my wife, my health, my hope," he continued. "So I hid among the forgotten to see if kindness still existed." Tears filled my eyes. "You gave me your last meal," he said. "Now let me change your life." He offered me a job, paid my education loans, and became the family I never had. Today, I run one of his companies. But more importantly, I learned this. Kindness doesn't ask for identity. It doesn't check bank accounts. And it never goes unrewarded. Never underestimate the power of kindness. You never know who you're helping and how one small act can rewrite your destiny. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Moralist for more powerful real-life moral stories from around the world, because sometimes one kind act is all it takes to change everything.